Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. You are watching your own channel, AC Astro, and today we are here with the transit of Ketu. Don't be confused. Actual transit of Ketu is in 30th October when it will change the sign, but today we are here with a transit of Ketu in a Chitra Nakshatra. So, a planet like Ketu is changing his nakshatra, so how it will going to impact all 12 ascendants and with the story Akashji all set already with his research. So let's welcome Akash Chauhanji from Calgary,
Thank you,
Canada.
Rohit.
Akashji,
Thank you.
namaskar.
Namaskar, Rohit. Rohit here. Ketu will transit into Chitra Nakshatra, that is June 26, 2023. Now, there is something called true Ketu transit.
Hmm.
Okay, so that means, true nodes. So, geometrically, if we find the logical triangulation of fixed points to predict the location of Rahu and Ketu, this is called the true transit. So, basically, it is because they are not physical bodies, right? They are just imaginary shadow planets. That's why when it on 26th it will actually transit into Chitra, but geometrically, logical triangulation of fixed points to predict the location of Rahu and Ketu happens on 8th of July. That's why it's called true Ketu transit. It has nothing to do with the energy that again it will change that day. No, but Ketu will change the energy on 26th of June when it moves to Chitra Nakshatra.
It will start impacting all ascendants from 26 onwards.
26th of June.
Okay.
Here, Chitra Nakshatra is the 14th nakshatra in the Vedic astrology, located from 2320 Virgo to 640 Libra. So remember, Ketu is going in backward position, always retrograde. That's
Hmm.
why 640 in Libra. So it
Hmm.
is just going to be exiting Libra and entering Virgo very soon on 30th of October. So for
Mhm.
these 6 degrees 40 minutes, it will be in Libra and in the nakshatra of Chitra. Now, very fascinating nakshatra here because Rohitji here, it is connected to Lord Vishwakarma, who was the divine architect. He has the power to beautify, to cause illusion and Maya, almost like creating magic. Okay. Now, see again, planet of illusions are Rahu and Ketu as well. So they also have right now. Even Ketu has the power of creating magic. Now, this nakshatra is very fertile. Nakshatra for growth or success. It is called the star of opportunity. Those people who are born in this nakshatra are supposed to be very lucky. We will talk about that also. Now, Vishwakarma ji, as we know, everyone in Diwali also we do Vishwakarma Puja, and Vishwakarma ji is the one who created the city of Dwarka. So he created the Sudarshan Chakra, the chakra which Vishnu ji, Lord Krishna, everyone has on their finger, and from which Rahu was, Swarna Bhanu, the Rakshasa was cut into two, and then Rahu Ketu came out of that existence. And the Trishul of Lord Shiva is also created by Vishwakarma.
All Astra Shastras of Devtas, I think,
Everything,
like
even
Shani's Dand was
yeah,
also created by
yeah, the Shani Dev's Dand is also created by him. Indraprastha, the city for Pandavs, also created by him. He also
Lanka.
created.
Why we
Lanka.
forget Lanka?
He also created, the Vahana, that is the Pushpak Vahana, Pushpak Viman
Oh,
for Lord Kubera. He's said to have a twin brother who is opposite Indra. His brother is negative side of the natives in this nakshatra. So this nakshatra is of dual personality. Either it will create or it will destroy. So there are two things here. But there is a very good story attached to the birth of Harisudan. So here there is a mythological story. To defeat a demon, Lord Vishnu took the avatar of a woman and has a child, Hariharasudan, with Lord Vishnu, no, with Lord Shiva. Harisudan was supposed to kill that demon. A king and a queen found this baby Harisudan in the forest and raised him. Very famous story, but very few people would know this. When he grew up, the queen, she did not want that Harisudan should become the king because he was not a direct heir. They just found him in the jungle, but they did not know who he is actually. So she pretended to have an illness and told him that, get a milk from tigress.
hmm.
You should get me tigress milk, and once I get that milk, that is only the cure. He, because he was a very obedient son, he immediately went to the jungle and he started looking for it. The queen thought that, now he will be eaten by tigresses and tigers, and then she will be free from him. But later on, Rohitji, he comes and he returns riding on a tigress.
Oh.
Hariharan. Okay, Harisudanji rides on a tigress. The queen then realized that he's not an ordinary human being but divine. So it is believed that natives under this nakshatra have the power to defeat the negativity in them with Harihara Shakti. Such dangerous, animal can become a friend. And that dangerous animal is just like negativity, which is in ourselves, can become our friends. Now, the
Mhm.
symbol of this nakshatra, is Chitra Nakshatra is a pearl, and it is connected to Virgo and Libra. And that is why in 6 degrees only Libra it exists, but otherwise it is completely in Virgo ascendant, Virgo sign. Okay, Rohitji. Moving forward, now Chitra Nakshatra symbolizes by a shining jewel or pearl, representing beauty, radiance, and uniqueness. It is ruled by Vishwakarma ji, the divine architect and craftsman, signifying creativity, craftsmanship, and ability to create beauty in various forms. Any form, maybe it is a house, maybe it is a weapon, maybe it is a tool. Every tool that is used by a human being, Rohit ji, on the days near Diwali, there is Vishwakarma Puja. That means on this day, all the craftsmen, they keep their tools in front of them, they pray to it, because this is what Lord Vishwakarma has given to the world. Now, another thing that very important is that this is ruled by Mars, and Ketu is going to be transiting here, Rohitji. So now it is ruled by Mars, and Ketu eva Kuja. Well, Ketu is like Mars only. It gets exalted also in Scorpio, according to Parashara. So that means Ketu and Mars energy are almost same. So that means the same kind of transformative energy is entering into the nakshatra of Chitra. Moving forward, Rohitji, when Ketu transits in Chitra Nakshatra, it adds unique flavor to the characteristics of Nakshatra. Ketu is associated with spiritual growth, introspection, and detachment from worldly desires. Here, here is how Ketu will influence Chitra Nakshatra. Number one, it will give you unconventional creativity, very different form of creativity. Secondly, introspection and spiritual growth. The role of Ketu in any chart is to detach you from material wealth and to give you spiritual wealth. But the curse, which I was talking to you, Rohitji, before the video started, the curse of, very famous movie in India called Hatim Tai, where there is a scene, Rohitji, sex. There is a what you say, there is a um, cremation ground, or we call it, the burial site of Muslims. So people come out from that in the night, and they sit. There are five people sitting here and the one guy sitting there. So five people get good plates full of food and fruits and sweets and everything, and the other person on the side of the thing, he's crying because he's got a plate full of um, diamonds and gold and silver. So that guy cries. So Hatim Tai, the hero, he asked that Guruji, the people who are sitting, why is he crying? He said all his life he has only wanted material wealth, only material wealth. He never desired anything. So after his death, God decided now he will be given material wealth throughout his life. And the other people said we desired spiritual wealth. That is why we got this food full
Mm.
of the plate full of food. So
Mhm.
Ketu, acts this way. Both the nakshatra of Ketu, Magha and Mula, okay, these two nakshatras of Ketu, they make sure that you become a millionaire, billionaire, and you sit on a throne if you are in that nakshatra. So Ketu promises wealth, but Ketu promises wealth so that once you know that this is nothing, like this wealth is nothing, I've achieved everything, now I need to get into spiritual zone. That is what Ketu is trying to explain us. Now it gives you detachment from material desires, intuitive and mystical insights, and it gives you need for balance and grounding. You do not need to go up in the sky when you achieve everything. You need to understand that end of the day, the path is the same, the bridge to God. There is no other path. If anyone who has been in 21st century is living throughout their life or are what you say are immortal, please bring them to me. Everyone, the true reality of life is they have to die, Ruchi. Any questions, Rohit, till so far?
Oh, definitely. You are very beautifully explained the Ketu. Clear all doubts as all people. And I will like to tell you all people also that this Ketu transit video is suggested by our one of our family member. I forgot the name. What was the name? If I can see. So this is how family member make us to make video. How Akashji ready this video? He say we I want to do this video, but some later stage. But if somebody is saying this, okay, we will do this. The name was I would like to tell you, Baby Kumari ji. Thank you, Baby ji, and we are making this video. Thank you.
Ji. So, Rohitji, moving forward, one second. Yes, moving forward, we will move to the 12 signs and how Ketu is going to be placed and what kind of results it's going to give you.
Okay. We will now moving to all 12 ascendants, how this Ketu transit will impact you. But before this, we start all signs. I would like to thank you all for the subscription you are doing, for the family members. We are having the increasing family members daily and increasing responsibility. Thank you very much. And those who are new, please subscribe. And those who want to have a one-on-one, birth detail chart reading with Akash ji, they can just drop their details on the this WhatsApp number given below or the mail ID. You will be contacted by team and you will get a one-on-one video consultation with Akash ji. Very simple. Now, let's start with the Aries ascendant. How this transit of Ketu in Chitra Nakshatra will impact the Aries people from 26th June onwards.
Thank you, everyone, those who have subscribed, and please comment below with the word subscribe so that we know that you are a new family member. This transit will happen in the seventh house, Rohit. This is seventh house Libra, and Ketu's at 6 degrees going, towards its retrogression, and it will go in the sixth house later on 30th of October this year. For that, we'll have a special video on Ketu Dev.
Oh, great.
Now, this transit will impact mostly on relationships, particularly with your romantic partner, because obviously that is where you are attached the most. In business partnerships, you are not attached so much. You will need this time, feel a need of independence and freedom. You will say that I am very much, involved in this. I don't want to be away from this. I want to go out of this. And especially Chitra Nakshatra, here it is a very beautiful nakshatra for again I told you in the beginning, fertility. Very
Hmm.
good nakshatra for kids to be born. So if you're trying in that way, it is supposed to be very positive. But overall, this can this time till the time Ketu is in Chitra Nakshatra, it can mm, have little bit of detachment from your partner. That is why clear and crucial communication is required to maintain harmony in your relationship during this time. Second thing, the seventh house is also the house of designation. So we have been going into this zone where your office or your official place must have promised you that yes, you will get some kind of designation. We will give you some kind of role. Your business partner or your business might promise right now, but it may not occur the same way during this period. Rohit. There may be some bad news or delay, that you might not get it because Ketu will want you away from all of this, and it will only want you to get into spiritual zone, into the zone of God, into the zone, and not even God. Like spirituality does not mean only God. Spirituality means to bring little bit of social change and reform in your society, in your neighborhood, in your family, in your partnerships, in your workplace, every such kind of thing. That is what Ketu desires. So for Aries ascendant Rohiji, yes, it also desires the same way that in your relationships you have to have clear communication and also have the power of you know power to transform yourself during this period.
Ji. Power to transfer yourself, and the one thing you tell that Ketu can give the fertility thing also is very interesting. It's always the planet of detachment, but you said then it is very interesting thing for all. And thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you very much for being a family member. On weekends, we also come live. You can be a part of that live and such meaningful research-based videos which will increase your astrological knowledge also. And those who are new, please subscribe and be a family member of ACS too. And those who want to have a one-on-one with Akashji, those who have lots of questions about their birth chart, they can just consult Akashji personally on video consultation, one on one. Drop your details on the WhatsApp number given below or the mail ID. Team will contact you and you will have a personal consultation with Akashji. Now, moving on to Taurus ascendant, how the Taurus ascendant people will be impacted by the Ketu's transit in Chitra Nakshatra on 26th June.
Yes, Rohitji. So Ketu's transit in the sixth house in Chitra Nakshatra. Ketu is a moving retrograde, and Ketu will now be transiting into the fifth house. But Rohitji, here we have to also understand that right now Jupiter is in the 12th house with Rahu, and Jupiter is aspecting Ketu.
Hmm.
Okay, so here, um, because sixth house is the house of your workplace, it is the house of your health, workplace, as well as the house of your enemies. So Ketu's transit in Chitra Nakshatra will bring detachment from workplace. You will not feel like working. You will be ignoring your health during this time, and also empowering your enemy so that he can take advantage of your few things which where you will become weak. Jupiter aspect on the other hand will also enhance the power of Ketu here. It will make sure that Ketu stands strong in your enemies, because it is again the sixth house. It is called a Dushtan. Okay. But Ketu here in the sixth house will not be able to give you such beautiful results that it could have given when, if it was some other sign. But because of Chitra Nakshatra, again, I told you the Nakshatra where you have the power to make your enemy your friend. But here, because Ketu becomes very weak and Ketu, is being aspected by Jupiter, it will only try to detach you from, even if you're in front of your enemies, you will not try to defeat them, you will try to surrender. That is what the energy Ketu is bringing you. So surrendering is not the right thing to do, but somehow, if you think that you can fight that enemy, you should go ahead and give head on. But if not, then surrendering is the way
Hmm.
to go forward, because Ketu is powerless here in the sixth house. And especially, Venus rules the ascendant as well as the sixth house here. So that is why Ketu is, and Venus is the planet of luxury. Venus is the planet of material wealth. So, Ketu does not go very well along with Venus. So that is why Ketu becomes weak here. Because the nature of the ascendant is to be giving you luxury. The nature of Ketu is to giving you detachment from luxury and attachment to spirituality.
Hmm.
So that is the whole situation here. Now it depends on your Adasha and Antardasha, and also the placement of Mars. Who is the Nakshatra Lord for Chitra Nakshatra? If Mars is in a good position, then no enemy will be able to conquer you, because Mars is a commander and Ketu is himself an army. But if Mars is afflicted, then enemies would try. And that enemies does not mean that physical person, that enemy can be your health, that enemy can be your some kind of litigation on you, that enemy can be your desires. Enemy can be come in many forms for you. So uh, just try to be little bit we like try to work on your own inner what you say willpower during this time.
On
Moving,
in willpower,
yeah,
and very
please.
interesting that in Ketu you tell that detach from your enemies,
Yeah,
surrender. It is very interesting thing.
yeah, Ruchi, yeah, surrender or detachment. So either you will detach by winning, either you will surrender by losing. So I told you in the beginning of the video that this nakshatra has dual personality
Yes, yes.
because of the twin brother of Lord Vishwakarma, who is supposed to be evil.
Mhm.
And Vishwakarma is supposed to have the energy of creation that has the energy of destruction. Now, Roji, for Gemini ascendant people, this transit can infuse intellectual and creative energies, okay? Because the nakshatra is of nakshatra of creativity and intellectual people. They are the people who create something. They are the people who want to make new weapons or new. That weapons are not physically weapons only, that weapons are apps. Nowadays, what are weapons? Apps. They are softwares. There are so many other things now. The tools have become completely virtual.
Sure, sure,
So
sure, sure.
these people have startups. These people have the ability to do startups. But this is the time when it is will be a difficult period for all the people who have big aspirations of starting things up. Because Rohiji here, those people who are students will be detached from studies. They will not be able to concentrate. You know. Secondly, people who were trying to focus more on their children and their children's happiness will be detached. Will be again separated in some way with the children, so that they cannot govern them. Secondly, also higher education. Those people who are looking for education, here it is the time when there can be detachment. Now, Ruji, fun fact: if anyone has Ketu here in the fifth house, just mark down your academics. Somewhere there might be a break. Maybe you will fail someday, or repeat someday, or maybe you will start late, or maybe you will have one year of gap, or maybe you have to take 1 year of gap because you were trying to pursue higher studies. So Ketu here gives detachment from studies, and this is a proven fact. I have seen more than 500-700 charts with Ketu placed here, and it gives you detachment in studies. So it gives during this time it can be there can be sudden losses because the fifth house is the house of Mahalakshmi, and again Ketu does not encourage money, and that might happen when we force things that are not supposed to be. We are not supposed to achieve them, but because of frustration, because of that materialistic desire, we will try to go and achieve it, and that is where the loss will come from. Now, fifth house is very important because it is the house of mantra chanting and spirituality and dharma as well. So now, ascendant lord is Mercury, and Ketu also devotes himself to Lord Ganesha. So Om Ganeshaya Nama and meditation during this time to empower Ketu is very necessary so that it does not give you extreme bad results. Somehow you can pacify Ketu's result here, and it is important, Rohit. Because if you don't pacify Ketu's, he will try to give you detachment from all the things. And fifth house is very important house for Lakshmi. Okay, and this house it is
Mm,
sitting in, and in nakshatra it is going in nakshatra of Mars. And see Mars, what has he be given in this house? The 11th house of gains and the sixth house of somehow losses or litigations or debts. So Mars also has dual kind of personality here. It will give you lot of gains as well as give you diseases as well. So same way Ketu is going into the dual kind of nakshatra, that is Chitra. Moving forward, Rohitji, for Cancer ascendant, first of all, I would like to thank everyone, and Rohitji, thank you for taking out time and replying to each and everyone. Uh, because I have taken the burden of research, and Rohitji has taken the burden of talking to each and everyone on our YouTube, and wherever you comment below, subscribed. And those who are subscribing right now, watching this video for the first time, thank you so much. Welcome to the family. And we would like to personally thank you. That's why please write subscribe below. Right, Rohitji? Now, this time for Cancer ascendant people, Ketu will transit in Chitra Nakshatra in the fourth house. And fourth house is the house of inner peace. Now, this time demands some alteration on construction in your house because this is now the house of Vishwakarma. It is the house of construction. It is the house of things related to tools and construction, and also architectural क्या बोलते हैं, alterations. Now, also, yeah, that's why I told you it is in the relation to the divine architect craftsman Vishwakarma ji. So do make sure that you do little bit of some kind of repair or something in your house. Other than that, there may be inner peace might be disturbed because Ketu is a malefic planet. Okay,
mm,
and whenever it will come to the fourth house of inner peace, it will give you little bit of setback because of high expenses that is going way up, and secondly because of the materialistic desire of the house of Libra. Here in this sign, Libra, that is Venus, is supposed to be giving you a lot of material gains because it rules the 11th house as well as the fourth house. So again, Jupiter is Venus is supposed to be kind of a yoga karka here. He's supposed to be giving you money and comfort and inner peace. But Ketu does not like money and comfort and everything. Ketu
mm,
likes spirituality and detachment. So the nature of Ketu will not change. And in fact, going in the nakshatra of Mars, Ketu will become more strong and more powerful here to give you more detachments. A good period for people who are trying to travel abroad, because your fourth house, that is your the Janam Sthan, is supposed
Mm.
to be disturbed by Ketu, and this leads you to leave the place and go abroad. So this is a good period for those people who are trying for foreign countries. But those who are trying to get inner peace might have to wait for a long time. Ketu is just going to transit in Chitra Nakshatra only in the third house. Yes, the energies will completely change in the third house, but it is still a lot of time, 30th of October. And moving on to Rohitji, Leo ascendant people, Ketu is transiting into Chitra Nakshatra on June 26, 2023. Okay, Rohitji, in the third house of Leo ascendant people. Now, the third house here, Ketu is a mystical planet. Also, Ketu has the power to communicate with the dead, as well as the spiritual realm, as well as as well as in dimensions which are not even explored yet. That is the place where Ketu can take you through communication. It it behaves like Mars, but it has the abilities of Mercury to an extent. That
Mm.
is communication lies. Ketu is supposed to be the communicator of spirits. That is what Ketu is called. Now in the third house, it will it will invoke and try to communicate with the unknown, and that unknown is the self inside you. The very great story of Buddha when he was meditating and he was looking for God outside, but a very young girl who brought him kheer. Very important story when Buddha was sitting under the Bodhi tree, and the girl brought him kheer and said, "Because if you will not, yogi, if you will not eat this, you will die." And because Buddha consumes it, and then the girl says that, why are you sitting here from so many days, and what are you doing? He's saying, "I am trying to call God and I want to see him to get enlightened."
Mm.
I am in this class and in my Gurukul, they teach that God is within yourself. So why do we need to call God from some other place? Then Buddha thinks that, oh my God, this girl is my Atma Karka and she has given me the true guidance of my life. And then he gets enlightened. So Luigi, sometimes enlightenment is just inside us. We just keep looking it outside. And also meditation when we do, it is not supposed to be meditating on some Om Namah Shivaya, Om this and that. Meditation is supposed to be meditating on your breath and going deep inside you and trying to understand your own self. Once your mind is in your control, that means you're enlightened. Simple way it is put by many big, even by Paramhansa Yogananda. Yes,
Mm.
told that once your mind is in your control, you're enlightened. Now, here Ketu is the planet of transformation, detachment. Here it will try to detach you from your neighborhood and from your younger siblings. It can be an eye opener for free individual whose perception would change for their loved ones. Maybe this detachment is for good because something might come up. Ketu is also the planet which brings truth in front of you, and that truth also leads you towards sometimes truth is so difficult that it leads you to the path of spirituality or self realization. So this is the time Ketu can get some truth out of your neighborhood and what people think about you. Because communication wise, you will get communication from that outer place, from that nature, from the universe, that who is against you and who is with you. So for Leo ascendant people also, Luigi, it's a time of transformation.
Yes, Ketu is the planet of transformation, and whenever it comes, it gives you a beautiful transformation from inner side. And transformation you are giving to ACS2 is very good. We are increasing daily as a family member. So thanks for subscribing, and please subscribe if you are new to this video. Such meaningful and research-based videos you can get on ACS2. As a teaching, you can also see if you are if you are learning astrology. And those who want to take some important decisions and they are just confused what to do and they want to talk to Akashji, they can just have their birth chart analysis by Akashji in detail. You have to drop your details on the WhatsApp number given below or on the mail ID. Team will contact you and you will get a video consultation with Akashji. Now, the time for the next ascendant, that is a Virgo. So, what is there for Virgo ascendant?
Usually, the Virgo ascendant transit is supposed to be happening in the second house. It will be play a significant role in money and finance matters. Ketu has a dual personality with nakshatra of Magha and Mula, and that is very important to be. I be telling here to everyone that Ketu is the nakshatra of Magha and Mula are the nakshatra that gives you extreme wealth.
Mm,
But the nature of Ketu is to detach you from wealth.
mm,
So there is a bigger meaning. The bigger meaning is that whenever some people have good prarabdha, that means they have done good karma in their past life, they are put by God and the planetary alignment in such a way that they are born in either Mula Nakshatra or Maga Nakshatra. And they have very
mm,
beautiful planets like Jupiter, or planet like Venus, or planet like, Rahu sitting in these nakshatras, so that you get lot and extreme material wealth, like billions and billions of rupees and dollars. You know why? Because Ketu wants to prove it to you that even if you get billions of dollars,
mm,
right, it is of no use. Spirituality is of bigger purpose. I will give you a small example about Anant Ambani, the Mukesh Ambani's son. Rohitji, he his life is so beautiful that he has been born with platinum, with all with diamond spoon. He has everything in the world, but the only thing lacking in his chart is health. And what is the route he has taken? Every temple, every pilgrimage, everywhere you will see Anand Ambani going and praying, because Ketu has attached him to spirituality. Ketu told him that no, bro, without spiritual bliss, without the spiritual guidance of God, without the spiritual guidance of this universe, you are not you are born, you may be born in the richest place on the earth, but if you don't have good health, does not even matter. And for that, what is required? It's required prayers. It's
yeah,
required to create prarabdha, to create karmas during this life, so that in next life you get liberation, or maybe you are born only for spiritual practice and purposes. That is what is important. Now here, Rohitji, I told this because of Mula Nakshatra, the Mula and Maga Nakshatra, both the nakshatras which Ketu is supposed to be Mula Nakshatra, Nakshatra of wealth, and Maga Nakshatra, Nakshatra of throne, of kings. You know. Now here, but the nature of the Ketu is to attach from its wealth and take you to the root of spirituality. Now, second house rules your speech.
mm,
So make sure your speech turns into spiritual, into the zone of spirituality. Your words come out of your mouth should be spiritual, and it does not mean that spiritual means you will take only God's name. Spiritual means you will be doing something different in terms of helping the society, in terms of uh, you know easing the suffering of other people. That is spirituality. Guiding other people to the right path is spirituality. Okay, sitting and doing om does not mean spirituality. That is meditation. That is supposed to be the that opens the door to spirituality. It is not spirituality. Cooking food for another person with love is spirituality. Okay, so this the definition of spirituality is taken in a very different way. Try to understand the real definition of spirituality. Now, again, I told you spirituality is different, but meditation is important. Now, here
mm,
again, the ascendant lord is Mercury, and Mercury is very close association with Lord Ganesha. So, Om Ganeshaya Namah is the thing which you can use to meditate, so that the door of spirituality is open for you. Okay, Rohitji, for Virgo ascendant. And thank you for all the people who have watched this video and are watching right now for the first time and subscribing. It means a lot. And you are added to the family. Please comment below, subscribe, so that we personally can thank you by replying that thank you so much and welcome to the family. We'll be moving forward for Libra ascendant people. Now here, Ketu has come in the first house and in the Chitra Nakshatra. Now, as per the the beginning of the video, I have explained Chitra Nakshatra very well. That what does Chitra Nakshatra demand? So the first house may uh, this transit in the first house may create your own expression to be detached from any and everyone. So here there is again dual thing coming in. You will be detached with anyone and everyone. You will say, I don't like this person. And in fact, with yourself also, you will get detached. That I also don't like myself. What is my path? What am I doing? There is a lot of things, in your head which will going on. One hand, Chitra Nakshatra will demand creativity and creation. On other hand, Ketu in Chitra Nakshatra will take away from you such initiative. You will be very confused at what is the reason of my existence. I want to do this, but I don't want also to do this. I wanted to achieve this, but I don't feel like achieving this. Only Jupiter aspect, because Jupiter is sitting in the seventh house and aspecting the first house. So here it will enhance the some positive results, because wherever Jupiter aspects, it will give you positive results. But this is the time. This is the time to go deep into yourself and understand the true meaning of your existence. You have to understand that what karma are you supposed to do here. The first house, the Lagna, is the most important house because it describes you, yourself. And if you yourself are not in that position of deciding what you are supposed to do here, are you be here to making money only? Are you do here something good? Are you here to take care of your family? Are you here to take or make kids? Are you here to serve your wife? Are you here to do what? Serve your office? Serve some business? What is the inner meaning of your existence? Is related to this transit will actually empower you to think as well as take actions during this time. So embrace yourself and try to understand the true meaning of your existence during this time. Luigi here, it is so fascinating, right, Ketu? The nakshatra which gives you a lot of money, the Magha nakshatra as well as the Mula nakshatra. Here in the first house tells you no, detach from itself. So the bigger meaning or bigger picture here is that Ketu gives you everything but wants you to go away from it and get into spirituality, because end of the day the reality is that we are all going into the darkness or light. There is no other place. Like if we die here, the immediately the soul exits the body and it goes into chooses the path according to our karmas, either the darkness or either the light. So we have to choose that we have to go in darkness or light, and that our
I think,
actions will.
Akashi, everything is so much connected. If you see the Libra ascendant from last 1.5 year, or you can say 3 4 months less, Ketu is here. They are feeling detached from himself or herself very much. And now on the 30th of October, when Ketu will transit to their 12th house, after this detachment, what people do, they go into the real spiritual thing.
Spiritual
And
zone.
now that is the time that for the next 1.5 year they will touch the spiritual heights if they want. So
Yeah,
this is how beautifully connected all houses and astrology,
yeah,
that Libra ascendant, I think, a lucky person that from 30th October they will get more
yeah.
enlightenment, spiritualness and all this.
Which spiritual life is a different feeling altogether. Being spiritual, it is not the same like how we feel about money will come and go. But when
Oh.
the health goes down, right, Rohitji, money does not come in your any use. It only you say, God, please make me better. God, please make me better.
Hmm.
Nothing else.
Nothing else.
So just remember that when hard time comes, then we run towards God. So why not in good times also run toward God and then go towards Him only and finish all our karmas in this life?
If in good time also we run towards God, then definitely there will be no hard times.
Right, exactly. So Rohitji, also all the people who have supported us and all the ones who are watching this for the first time and subscribing right now and writing subscribe below in the comments, write subscribe so that we know that you are a new part of our family member, and then we can also thank you from deep of our heart. Maybe Ketu is about detachment, but for here it is about you are and our attachment to learn little bit of spirituality and get into this zone of you know actual spirituality.
Really.
Luigi, for Scorpio ascendant people, Ketu will transit in Chitra Nakshatra 26 June. This transit will happen in the 12th house and can be a beginning of transformation. It is the Rohijya beginning of transformation. Now, remember, Ketu will take a very good test of you. It is in the house of transformation. It is your transformation in spiritual zone is happening. And very soon, the Ketu on 30th of October will go in the 11th house of gain and against social status, gains, and material wealth, and all that stuff. Where Ketu will test you that have you understood my transit, or
Hmm.
do I need to again make this full circle and come back to your 12th house and show you what losses mean? So you have to be very careful that go towards the path of transformation. Now, During this time, the energy of Chitra Nakshatra, which is extremely transformative, might work in your favor. It is a Dushtan. That means a great place for Ketu to be, as Ketu in this nakshatra getting 100% results. Ketu has the power of creativity, craftsmanship, and an ability to create beauty in various forms. Here you can construct a bridge in yourself that may lead you to the higher path of spirituality. You know, nakshatra of Chitra is about construction, about innovation. And that construction does not need to be physical. It is supposed to be that connection or the construction between yourself and the spiritual realm, so that you can easily walk on it and get into that zone. That bridge construction is very required during this period. And as far as 12th house, it is again the houses of losses. So you
Mm.
might encounter excessive expenditure during this period. But again, have faith in God. Good times are coming. Ketu will be moving into the 11th house. But Ketu does not say that, okay, give up money and give up everything. Ketu says that you take everything good. I have two nakshatras which is supposed to give you money only, Maga and Mula. But Ketu says with this money, also get detached to other worldly comforts and move towards, move towards God, move towards divine. Acknowledge that divine, acknowledge that presence of divine. Because end of the day, the Ketu will be here only when we are going away from this universe. Ketu will be here and it will take us. Ketu only has the power of us to, take our soul to different dimensions. For Scorpio Ascendant people, those who are watching us for the first time, please subscribe and become a part of the family member. And we would like to see you and welcome you personally. So when you subscribe, just write subscribe below so that we can, include you or we can reply to you in your personal lives and share your problems with our problems. Now, for Sagittarius ascendant people, the transit in the 11th house of social circle and gains Rohit. Now, when the placement of Chitra Nakshatra, but the four in this house, it gives immense gains from any work related to craftsmanships. So, automatically, overall in your life, you will get a lot of gains from any kind of things that are related to craftsmanships or creativity throughout your life. But as soon as Ketu will enter here, you will sense a feel of detachment from all the social as well as material forms. You will have a $1 million in your bank account, but here you will feel that what I need. The moment tells me that I need to go into Gaushala and spend time with cows. I want to do charity.
Mm.
That kind of feeling will be inside your mind. That even if I have this much, it does not make any sense. What makes sense is that I giving back to the society. I doing some good stuff. I doing very, I using my transformative energy to transform some other people's life.
Mm.
Socially, I want to transform other people's life. This is what Ketu will demand. But here it promises that Ketu, any planet who has the what you say, who has the inherit of nakshatras such as Mula and Magha, who are supposed to give you wealth. When it comes in the house of wealth for you, it is going to generate wealth for you. But again, your role or your determination should be towards detachment and getting into some kind of spiritual activity, which will bring more peace to you than as you are going through right now.
More peace is very important. And as Akashi told, as much as money you have is of no meaning if you have no peace. So thank you for giving us peace because of your subscription. You are becoming a family member of AC Astro. Thanks for subscribing. And those who are new, just watching this channel for the first time, they can also subscribe and be a part of family member of AC Astro. You can also join us live on the weekends where you can connect with Akashi for one single question. But if you want a detailed reading, you have a lots of question about education, marriage, career, and lots of things you want to discuss. You have a video consultation with Akashji, just sitting at your home, and you have a video consultation. Just drop your details on the WhatsApp number given below or the mail ID given below. Team will contact you, and you will have a video consultation with Akashji, one on one. Ask as many as questions. Now, the time to move to the Capricorn ascendant people, the Ketu is already transiting in the 10th house from long time, but now changing nakshatra. So, what Capricorn people will get here, already detached from their profession, so what they will get here.
Yes. So for Capricorn ascendant people, Roji, the transit in the 10th house of career and status. It also determines that Capricorn ascendant have Chitra Nakshatra have the 10th house. In that means Capricorn ascendant people have Chitra Nakshatra in the 10th house. And such people and such individual create big empires from their leadership and craftsmanship. They are multitaskers. Anyone who's Capricorn ascendant is multitasker because Saturn has already made you, into that. You before coming to this world only you are multitasker because Saturn tells that no, you have to do 10 jobs together. That is how I work. Here, Ketu will come into Chitra and attach them towards bringing a change in social and work environments. It will make sure that it does not your status, that is my own status does not matter here anymore. The status which is supposed to be uh, the status which is supposed to be achieved by someone, I need to help them achieve that. That is what is Ketu, what you say, telling here when it comes in Chitra Nakshatra. It is the nakshatra which has very dual personality, the very good zone of Lord Vishwakarma and the zone of his twin brother that is very evil. So here it during this period, during this transit, make sure that you get out in your what you say in your professional world, in your karmic world, and change the karmas of other people. Your karmas will automatically change. Try and help them, handhold someone, and get them into the zone of starting something for them, and that will change your karma. You will come out bigger here, somewhere more bigger. During this time, charity and social awareness of social things where people need your help, or awareness of uh, places where people need your help is important. You need to go to such places, such dark, deep places, or such places where no one goes to help. Be This is called uh, extrovert, what you say, sadhana, in some way where you are going out of your limits to help someone. This is required during this period. Then you will get good results from Ketu. Ketu is only and only here to detach us from material as well as worldly comforts. The role of Ketu is very simple. It has been given the role of detachment, so it will detach you from karmas. And but if you desire to do karmas related to with the spiritual backing and with the spiritual purpose, like transforming someone else's life, it will then come forward with you and help you. And then it activates its two other nakshatras. There is Mula and Maga, and says now you have done good. Take material wealth and understand this. There is nothing in material wealth. Again, you will come back here to the zone of spirituality. So this is for Capricorn ascendant people. Also, Rohitji, those who are watching for the first time and subscribe here, it's going to bring a lot of good luck to you, us, everyone, and we would like to thank you personally. So as you subscribe, just comment below subscribe so that we know that you're a new family member. Moving forward with the Aquarius ascendant. Now the ninth house. It is, this place Ketu has the most power to unleash extreme side of Chitra Nakshatra, which can bring extreme introspection and spiritual growth. Detachment from material desires. Absolute desires on focus on inward growth and attachment to spiritual realm. This is the time it will encourage you to add very much good karma into your life, so that the path of moksha, it can create a bridge between you and the path for moksha or liberation, as we see. Ninth house is a very important house because this is the house where you collect the karmas, the good karmas, the spiritual karmas of this life. That is why it is called the Bhagyastan, or it is called the house of destiny. And that house of destiny does not work for us in this era. It works when we are going away. You know, we get sukh, or we get peace from this house only when we are supposed to die or take a rebirth. You know why? Because just count. 9, 10, 11, 12. That is 12th house is the fourth from the ninth house. That means the inner peace of all the spiritual um, accumulation you have done during this life is supposed to be judged by the time of your death, by the time of you leaving this universe. When you're leaving here, and then your the 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 what you say the journal comes where everything is written, that what have you done, what have you not done, and the balance sheet is created. And then on basis of that, either you are giving liberation, or either
Hmm.
you said no, you have a lot of karms that you need to go back and complete. So this is the new address. Here you have to go and get birth. So this is how it happens. But if you are a damned soul, if you have done a lot of bad things, then you do not get rebirth also. You said, okay, you know what, you are useless and you are hopeless. So now you go in this realm of patala, or something you call hell. You go to hell, now here you will be suffered. Your soul will suffer for eternity.
Hmm.
So remember, the soul is the only thing which keeps the whole body activated. As soon as soul leaves, all the organs are working. But if they do not get that fuel from the soul, they die in minutes. All the organs start failing because they do not have the fuel, the real fuel. The soul is the purest form as well as very powerful. So make sure you take care of this thing which is inside you and embrace it, because the body is supposed to stay here only. The soul is supposed to travel. Embrace your soul. Do spiritual activities. Do good deeds. When you do good deeds and night you sleep, you will feel so relaxed and comfortable. And when you do bad deeds, always everyone will look like police. I remember, Rohitji, when I was young, I used to, because I did not have money, so I used to go and bow down in front of temple and take 10 rupees note from the from the temple. What you say? The
Charity box.
charity box. Yes, 10 rupees, 5 rupees. All these money I used to take out, because I did not have money, so God was only my support to give money. So, but whenever I used to be walking, and if the priest used to look at me, I used to think, oh, he must have seen that I have taken. I was already in fear, always in fear. So the thing is, whenever you do anything bad, you are always in fear from the authority. So do not do anything bad. Do good, so that whenever you're walking, you have your chest upright and you say, I have done good. No one can question me. Moving on to Pisces ascendant people, Rohiji, the transit in the eighth house, and the eighth house has the power to transform your life in two extreme sides. Okay, Rohiji. So I'm sorry I did not put Ketu in the eighth house here. I forgot to put it. It is in the ninth only. But yes, please remember, all the Pisces, Ketu has gone in your eighth house. Here it is the power to transform your life in two extreme sides, either very spiritual and inclusive, or either very cynical and disturbances. Now it is the house of addiction as well, eighth house. So it is a dushtana also. Ketu in Chitra, the nakshatra, can either create some drug addicts or some noble saints. Now it depends on what kind of energy or what kind of nurturing you give to your soul. It is important for you to determine that either you give the spiritual energy, because Ketu is here to accept both things. It is a dushtana. Ketu can give you losses also. Ketu can turn you into a lot of drug addicts, alcohol addicts, and things, and also addict of spirituality, addict of God, addict of you know many things. So here you have to decide that what kind of transformation do you need, because Chitra Nakshatra has both kind of transformative energy and form. Here, in all the ascendant, only Pisces ascendant have the chance to choose. They can choose that during this period they want to go into bad deeds and bad karma, or go into good deeds and good karma. So here for Pisces ascendant, those who have subscribed and those who are watching this for the first time and want to subscribe us, please subscribe so that you become a part of the family member and we can personally thank you. Just comment below subscribe so that you know that you have subscribed. And thank you for watching the video.
Thank you, and please, as Akashji told so many times, I also that when you subscribed, please write I subscribe, So we come to know who is our new family member, and we like to thank you personally on that comment. So we also feel connected with you. Thank you very much once again for subscribing, and those who are new, please subscribe. And those who want to get a benefit of knowledge of Akashji, what he having, very different knowledge, very different study. When he see birth chart, this is something we don't know from where he speaks, where things come in his mind. To get the benefit of his chart reading, detailed chart reading, you can just drop your details on the WhatsApp number given below or the mail ID. Team will contact you and you will have a video consultation with Akash one on one. Thank you very much once again from the all team of the ACS. Thank you very much. Thank you, Akashji, for your detailed, you know, this video was on very short notice. One of our subscriber told to make this video. Devi Kumariji, thank you once again. And we immediately come into the action and we were making some different video about Saturn, but we stopped all and make this video for you people. Thank you very much. This is the power of family when you make us work. Thank you, Akashji, for your research and your detailed chart reading for all. Thank you very much. We will meet you in the next video or live. Take them. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Hanuman.